Hit it. There we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and do not adjust that TV set or mobile device or computer, whatever you may be watching us on here tonight. It is Picks and Analysis night on a Tuesday night. And I know typically we're here Wednesdays, but we're here a day early, which promise you, nothing's going to change. Me and Jackson are still going to have our banter, and I'm still going to tell Jackson that Alabama sucks, and he's going to tell me Louisville sucks, but that's okay. No, but in all seriousness, though, we're here on a Tuesday night. We'll be here on Tuesday nights for the next couple of weeks. We had some things come up in our lives, both of them. Mostly me, but not on Jackson. Mostly me. But we're still here dedicated to give you picks and analysis. Final whistles will still be on Saturdays as usual. But I could not do this without my Batman, the man that makes it all go, Jackson Johnson, the Jacksonian. Jackson, how are you?
I'm doing all right, friend.
Analysis.
I'm doing all right, friend Robin. Just got off locked on West Virginia a little while ago. How you doing tonight, good buddy?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. The NBA's back. I'm excited about that. The Nuggets on Thursday night.
Mention that because I've got it on my phone, watching it on the Peacock app.
Yep, Lakers, Warriors. We won't show that on YouTube because we don't want to get copyright strike.
Yeah, it's like we don't have that kind of money to pay off that kind of thing. So
yes, so Jackson will keep it held down, but he'll keep us, for any of our NBA folks out there. Jackson will keep you up to date. And Babine is already asking, did Austin pick Louisville to beat Miami? No, I didn't. I went with an unbiased pick, and I'm happy I didn't because you know why? We won. So you know what? If me picking Louisville, picking against my own team, if that helps, I'm going to continue to do that. I mean, heck. Yes, I know, Babine. Shame on me. I try to be unbiased, though. You got to be unbiased. That's the thing. You got to try to be unbiased. But because if you pick your team every time, then you're just going to be called a homer and all that. So I try to be unbiased as possible, Babine. I try to be. But anywho, but like Jackson says, the NBA's back tonight. I'm excited for the Nuggets on Thursday, going to the Golden State to play the Warriors. And I'm excited about this week of college football. We got some big games this weekend, Jackson, and we're going to get into them. And let's get into them, shall we?
Oh, my God. There was a blocked field goal a little while ago on Western Kentucky La Tech. Nice.
Yes. Yep. Tuesday night football is a real thing, people. Louisiana Tech is currently up 27-20 in overtime. I will not display the game, even though I've got the ESPN Plus to do it. Once again, we ain't trying to get copyrighted here, folks. Kennesaw State, Jackson, beat Florida International. Any nice words you'd like to say?
You did good, Kennesaw State. Congratulations on ending that 13-game road losing streak.
Let me guess. Shoe.
Oh, man. What up, B-Bean? What up, Caden? How y'all doing tonight? Oh, man.
What's up, Caden? I know, Caden, you're in here trolling. Oh, by the way, Caden, Jackson, I'm going to take me a little victory lap on our show. Hey, Caden, what happened to Miami? Wasn't Miami supposed to be the one that was going to play Ohio State for the national championship? What happened to that good buddy, old pal friend? It's called Louisville came to town. But I won't take too much of a victory lap on you, Caden. We understand you don't know how to pick winners. But anywho, Jackson, let's talk about Wednesday night football, shall we? Middle
Know
Tennessee
nothing
State.
about Delaware except that they try to look like Michigan.
Middle Tennessee, Delaware, Jackson. You want to take a shot at the dark at who wins this game?
No. Probably go Delaware.
Okay. Missouri State, New Mexico State, Jackson. You want to take a shot at the dark with this one?
State. Go away, New Mexico State. Go away, Missouri State.
Okay. Well, here we go, Jackson. How about some Thursday night football for you?
Yeah.
South Alabama to Georgia State. South Alabama's a 6.5-point favorite. 7:30 on ESPN2. So if the Vikings and Chargers aren't tickling your fancy, you got a good one coming for you here. Jackson, we've been picking the Thursday games, so I'll let you pick first.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to go with South Alabama.
What's your score?
I'd say 28-24.
I'll go 27-21 South Alabama. Yeah, they're both bad. Here we go, Jackson. Friday night. We've got some Friday night lights. 7 p.m. North Texas, Charlotte. North Texas is 26.5-point favorite. Jackson, we're both picking North Texas, but does North Texas cover?
Yes. North Texas wins 42-10.
I'll go 45-13 North Texas.
Caden, you're preaching to
7:30
the
on
choir about these Thursday, Friday games.
Yes, Caden, you are. Caden, for once in your life, you're right. These are boring. But here we go, Jackson. This could get interesting. 7:30 on ESPN. Cal going to Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's a 4.5-point favorite. Jackson, this could actually be a pretty fun, sneaky Friday night game. Because Virginia Tech at home under the lights is a pretty good environment at night, Jackson. But Cal's playing some really good football. Does Jeff Wilcox get the Golden Bears bowling, or does Virginia Tech win one at home?
I feel like somehow Cal's going to lose this one. I don't know why, but it's just.
It is at Virginia Tech, and Vegas is telling us
Virginia Tech's supposed to
4.5 for
scare
Virginia.
everybody. That's the thing. Yes.
Well, Jackson,
You're preaching to the choir one, too. Yes.
Why torture the kids, Jackson? Why do you want to torture the poor kids?
Well, it's a perfect way
They
to
don't
learn
deserve
college
that.
football. Show them Lane Stadium on a Friday night at dinner time.
I will say this, Jackson. The fact that it's a night game and Vegas has them favored, I think Virginia Tech could win this football game. I really do.
Cal sucks.
But here's the thing, Jackson. Cal's had their moments this year. Cal's looked good in some games, and then they looked suspect. I don't know which Cal we're getting Friday night.
Shut out by San Diego State is pretty damn suspect, and getting smacked around like a rad dog against Duke is pretty suspect to me.
But Duke's a good football team, though. That's the thing. San Diego State. I think Duke's a good football team. In my opinion, Duke's a good football team. Now, you may disagree, but I think Duke's a good team.
You're gonna get disappointed by me. Yes, I can guarantee you that. But
you want me to pick first, or you want to pick this one first?
You pick first on Cal, Virginia Tech.
Give me Virginia Tech at home. 26-23, Virginia Tech.
I'm gonna go with Virginia Tech in a 24-17 victory.
Okay. Boise, Nevada, Jackson, 10 p.m. on CBS Sports Network.
Living crap out of Nevada
Hold on.
in a 42-10 victory.
Jackson, let me finish. See, Jackson, don't make me fight you. Listen here, just because it's Tuesday. Listen here, Boise State going to Nevada. Boise's a 21.5-point favorite. Does Boise cover, Jackson? Now,
Yes, Boise State wins 42-10. Austin, your take on this game?
1-2. Yes, thank you, Bavine. You have to let Austin finish. Thank you. Thank you. You see, someone got my back around here.
There you go.
And 1-2 brings up Boise State is going to win the Mountain West, aren't they? Yeah. It's setting up that way.
Well, I
And
mean, it's
Jackson-
going to be the last time they win the Mountain West anyway.
Well, here's the thing too, Jackson. You mentioned it last week. You had that suspicion. But yeah, I know what you're laughing at. Give me. Yeah, we'll keep that off the screen. We'll keep our show PG for tonight. We'll save that for Saturday. I'll go 42-21. Boise. Here we go, Jackson. Does this make you feel better? Big Noon Kickoff will be in town on Fox. UCLA going to Indiana, and Indiana's a 25.5-point favorite. And just like the title says, will UCLA write another upset chapter? Will they spoil the Big Ten title? Will they play spoiler? Jackson, listen, I know on paper you may think Indiana's going to win this game running away, but that's what we thought about Penn State too. And
Penn State's a crap hole.
off. See, and 1-2 even brings up could shock the world. I mean, Prince Charming, Jackson, he's on a roll. They've won 3 in a row.
Well,
And
especially with
UCLA,
with their interim head coach, Tim Skipper.
Yep, and Babine says Indiana better watch out for Jerry Newhouse. Newhouse. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, here's the thing, Jackson. As crazy as it is, UCLA still has a say in the Big Ten title race. I mean, because they're 3-1, Jackson, and they got Indiana and they play Ohio State. Jackson, we could have a history-making moment here. UCLA could run the table, go 8-4, and be in the Big Ten title game in Indy in a couple months. Wouldn't that be a story? From 0-4 to 8-4 and a possible playoff bid. Wouldn't that be something, Jackson?
And you would get $100 if UCLA won out the rest of the regular season.
Yes, I would. So me and Jackson, for anyone here, we made a little friendly wager because I think UCLA is going to win out the rest of the way because they're playing too good of football, and Jackson's a believer in not going to happen. So we made a bet. If I win, Jackson will cash at me $100. But if he wins, I got to send him a super chat for $100 on the Alabama channel. He didn't say what I couldn't write in it, though. That's the thing. So,
no.
I know, Steve. It probably won't happen. I'm stupid sometimes, but that's okay. Here's the thing, Jackson. I mean, this is going to be a good game, I think. Despite what a lot of people think. I think this is a good. Does Prince Charming get the permanent coaching job? What do you think, Jackson? If they do say go 7-5.
I mean, he would stay on as offensive coordinator. I mean, Tim Skipper, who's the interim head coach. I mean, I'd go ahead and hand him the head coaching position now. But I would keep both of them.
Oh, Steve says upset alert. Uh-oh. We got upset alert in Bloomington. I mean, here's the thing, Jackson. I mean, could this be a look ahead to Penn State? Just let me ask you out of curiosity. Could this be?
That's the upset alert sound.
Yeah, Jackson. Yes. See, Jackson's the man. That's why he's Batman. But Jackson, do you think this could be a look ahead to Penn State in a couple weeks for
No,
Indiana? Or do you
Penn
think
State's a crap hole. It's a crap hole. It is hell. It is just fire in State College. It's terrible. It is brimstone and hellfire.
but
It's
here's the thing though,
disaster for
Jackson.
Penn State.
That's Indiana's biggest challenge left though. If they
Uh, I think Indiana can handle everybody. I feel like the biggest challenge the biggest challenge remaining is the Big Ten title game. Really,
uh, here's the thing. To kind of we got plenty of games to talk about. Can UCLA win this game? Yes.
no.
Because Nico and that offense is finally clicking, and for whatever reason, they're finally getting it together. The defense is balling. But unfortunately, Jackson, I'm going to be having to pay you $100 because I think Indiana's going to win this game. I think this is where the UCLA hype train stops. I think Kurt Signetti and Indiana, they've got the mindset of going forward, focusing one game at a time. 28-17 Indiana on Saturday.
Oh man. Oh, Indiana's gonna win by way more than that. It's basically gonna be a 42-17 victory over UCLA.
And he
But
says, will
if it makes
UCLA
you
make a
feel
bowl?
better, Austin, I will be pulling for UCLA against USC for obvious reasons.
He said, will UCLA make a bowl game? I think so. I think if you look at their schedule, it's not that bad. It's the two losses they'll have will be to Indiana and Ohio State. They can win three out of the next three. It's not that bad.
Just beat the hell out of USC for all of America, UCLA. Punish USC for not wanting to play Notre Dame, please. In the meantime, let's
hold
get
on,
that.
Jackson. Babin's questioning
I've got
your score.
Indiana winning 42-17.
No, but he's questioning that big a margin, though. I mean,
yeah. Well, I mean, the spread is 25.5 for Indiana at home. Yeah, you're right. It probably could be more like a 59-17 victory for Indiana, but I mean, I think they're going to go easy on UCLA a little bit.
Like I said, 28-17. I mean, and yes, I know UCLA has the hardest schedule going forward, but I understand. But here's the thing,
I'm worried that the Board of Regents is going to somehow screw up the momentum UCLA football has created. I mean, I know that sounds like I'm raining on the happy parade, but you got to remember that same Board of Regents that screwed up the whole Chip Kelly situation through 2023, early 2024, brought us to Sean Foster. They screwed that pooch. And I feel like they're going to somehow screw up the Tim Skipper, Jerry Neuheisel situation. I do not hate UCLA, Steve. I hate the Board of Regents that runs UCLA. That's what I have a problem with.
Jackson dislikes the Board of Regents, not hate. Hate's a strong word.
Exactly. I really, 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 really have a strong dislike for the Board of Regents at UCLA because those people are demons. They're demons, Austin.
But Jackson, yes. Oh, Caden dislikes our predictions. That's okay, Caden. Jackson, but I know what you do not dislike, and that's Georgia Tech football.
The rambling
noon on ESPN. Syracuse going to Bobby Dodd to take on the Yellow Jackets. Georgia Tech's a 17.5 point favorite. We're both picking Georgia Tech to win this game, but do they cover, Jackson? Because they've been playing a lot of close football games here lately.
I think they can. I think it's going to be
What's your
a
score?
31-13 victory over Syracuse.
I'll go
Well,
34. I'll go 34-20 Georgia Tech. They don't cover, but they still win by 2 scores. Here we go, Jackson.
Oh
Noon
man,
on
like
ABC.
but before we get to Ole Miss Oklahoma, I gotta look at Hummus's comment. Jackson literally just demonized this. But well, I mean, normal people do not screw up situations like how the Board of Regents did with Chip Kelly, where it's like they didn't tell him he was gone after 2023. They just kind of play footsie with it. They didn't know what they were going to do. I mean, you don't let your team get ass blasted in the final Pac-12 conference game ever, but you don't let your team get humiliated by Cal. That's not something you should
Jackson,
be okay with. That's not okay.
good buddy. Good buddy. This is not the UCLA show. Get back on track.
I know, but I just
here,
want to get
people.
to Hummus's comment, but it's oh man, but it's I just don't like. I mean, the border ranges at UCLA, they're terrible human beings. They just are. But like
But
you said,
Jackson,
back to good games.
let's get back. Yes, noon on ABC, Jackson. Ole Miss going to Norman, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's 4.5-point favorites in Jackson. This game has not only SEC title contention online, but playoffs hang in the balance because the loser of this game won't be eliminated necessarily, but will have a harder path making their way back to the postseason. Or, excuse me, playoffs. Got to use playoffs because I know Jackson gets upset with postseason. Mr. Autocorrect over here. This is going to be an interesting game, Jackson. Ole Miss going on the road again. And last week against Georgia, they were this close, and they blew it. Now
Well,
they got to turn around and go to Norman and play a very stingy Sooners defense. What do you think?
You remember like the discussion we've been having about Oklahoma a couple weeks back, Austin? Where
Yes,
I said,
I remember it very well.
where it's like whether they win or lose against Texas, they're fine just as long as they keep doing what they're doing. This is why, because Ole Miss can't win the big games, save their life. They showed that last week against the Georgia Bulldogs. They pissed it away against Georgia. And I feel like Ole Miss is going to piss away their shot at the playoffs once again. And Ole Miss doesn't even care. And I mean, Ole Miss is not expected to care. They're just happy to have 9-win seasons, honestly. They're happy to have 10-win seasons because, I mean, they have not won. Oh, yeah, no doubt. But one team I think is going to give them a lot of hell on Black Friday is Mississippi State.
Because
I mean,
it's a rivalry
State is,
game.
yeah, because I mean, like Mississippi State, I mean, they're not going to be play. I mean, they're not going playoffs. They may not go to a bowl game, but they do want to put a spur into Ole Miss's saddle. They want to put a burr under that saddle for their 2025 season.
Yes.
And as for Oklahoma, they looked better against South Carolina last week. And Mateer's doing all right compared to the Red River rivalry. I think
he's still a little shaky. To me, Jackson, he's still a little shaky. And I understand part of that's just rust. I'm not going to sit here and we're not going to debate 40 minutes on whether or not he's a good quarterback or not. But Jackson, he was a little rusty still, which is fine. But we got to be careful because they've got Alabama coming up, Tennessee. They've got a whole lot more big games coming. So
yeah, but that's the
shake
thing,
that rust.
though. I think
Shake that rust off quick.
I think Oklahoma can go 4-1 in this stretch. I think they can. The only loss being against Alabama.
Yes. This right here from Ralph, this is perfect example. Not to cut you off, Jackson. He said, Ole Miss Washington State game made me worried about Ole Miss. Yes. And I remember Jackson will even tell you, we had a conversation about this on this very exact show. I said, Washington State's going to play Ole Miss tough. And Jackson and a lot of people in the chat were like, Austin, you're kind of crazy for thinking that. And what happened? Ole Miss almost blew it. Because Ole Miss always has 1 or 2 games a year to a T where they look beatable. And Washington State was one of them because they were coming off a bye week, 2 weeks to prepare, and they were kind of, I think, still celebrating the LSU victory. And I think Washington State kind of caught them lacking. And then last week they looked good, and then until that fourth quarter, and then they forgot how the heck did we play offense? Like Jackson, that's the thing that ticked me off. Because Ole Miss should have won that game, but they forgot how to play offense all of a sudden, and the defense couldn't stop anybody. And like Thomas says, if Ole Miss loses to OU, they might collapse. Who knows? Exactly. I mean, like looking at their schedule, Mississippi State's not a gimme. Florida's not a gimme. I mean, like people think, oh, Florida, they're just going to punt the season away. If Florida thinks they can cost Ole Miss their season again, they're going to sure do it. You know, Mississippi State would love to spoil their season, kind of like any rival would. Yes, and like Hummus says, 2 losses in a row can really cause a team to spiral. Yes, it can. It can shake your confidence big time.
Yeah.
Go ahead, though, with what you're saying, though,
It
Jackson.
can.
I know you were making a point about Oklahoma.
Well, and Oklahoma, it wouldn't surprise me if they end the season with a 4-1 stretch. I mean, Texas was just a bad day. That was just a bad day in the sun for the Sooners. They had a better week against South Carolina. They got their confidence up a little bit. I believe they can beat this Ole Miss team. I believe they can beat Tennessee. I don't see Tennessee getting anybody all that excited. I mean, Tennessee never wins in Gainesville, Florida. You're not going to see Tennessee beat Florida in Gainesville. It's just not happening. They're like Wile E. Coyote, falling off the cliff. There's like a rule where they're not supposed to catch the road runner. Well, that's the case for Tennessee and Gainesville. I don't see them beating Oklahoma. I don't see Tennessee beating Vanderbilt. I see Oklahoma beating Tennessee. I see them beating a pitiful LSU team. I see them beating Missouri, and I certainly see them beating Ole Miss this Saturday. That Ole Miss,
okay.
I don't see Ole Miss as a playoff team. Ole Miss
that's
is
interesting, Jackson. Before we, go ahead.
I mean, it's just Ole Miss does not look like a playoff team. They showed that last week against Georgia. And they're just going to come up short again in the big game like they always do. I don't know why, but that's just the role for Ole Miss. The only big game they always win is at home against LSU, and that's it.
Well, like this comment says, OU has the number 1 defense in the country, so a great matchup. Yes. Ole Miss offense, Jackson, can score with anybody. If they can put up some points with OU's defense against this OU defense, they have a shot to win this game. But like you said, Ole Miss in the big games, there's just something about them. They just can't do it. But here's the thing, though, Jackson. Yeah, and 1-2 says Ole Miss's defense is no good. Yes, but Oklahoma's not exactly lighting up the world on offense anymore either, like they were before Mateer got injured. And yes, and Babine says Oklahoma does not have enough offense to keep up. Number 1 defense. Have y'all heard of Ohio State? Listen, for me, Oklahoma, Ohio State both have great defenses. Where you want to put 1 and 2, that's a whole other conversation. But how healthy is Mateer? That's another question and concern. Here's the thing, Jackson. Like Hummus mentioned earlier, Oklahoma needs this. Whereas Ole Miss, if they lose, they're still in pretty good shape because of the way their schedule is. Oklahoma, they lose this game, it could cause them to the rest of their season to be because they got to go to Bama. They got to play Tennessee. Tennessee still. Those are two games I can't guarantee that they're going to win. You want to pick first? You want me to pick first?
I'm gonna go with Oklahoma in a 27-24 victory over Ole Miss.
Oklahoma.
You're gonna go with Ole Miss, aren't you? That's it. Yes,
I'm
that's
thinking
smallest
about it.
thing. Yes,
Jackson. I'm thinking about it because Lane Kiffin, when he plays with desperation, sometimes he comes up big. I'll go 25. I'll go 25-22 Oklahoma. I think they'll win 25-22. Here we go, Jackson. Noon on the ACC network. Virginia going to Chapel Hill to take on North Carolina. Virginia is a 10.5-point favorite. And the reason why we're going to talk about this one, Jackson, I know you might say this is a dung heap game. Let's get it over with. Jackson, Virginia, did struggle last week. They've been skating by a little bit. Has the Florida State win been getting to their head? And North Carolina's had some unfortunate breaks this year, Jackson. Do you think they finally get it right at home and upset Virginia?
This game's kind of a mixed bag for me, but you have an excellent point because, like, Virginia has just been skating by everybody through their schedule this year, and now we're in the 2025 edition of the South's oldest rivalry between North Carolina and Virginia, and I'm just gonna tell you, neither one of them look all that good. I mean, like, you know, we see Virginia skate by Louisville, skate by Washington. And, you know, they got by Florida State. They upset Florida State. Everybody got hyped up over it. But it just feels like Virginia is going to somehow blow their shot at going to the ACC title. I don't know why. But I don't think people are going to be I don't think people are going to be pissed at Virginia. Like, they're just happy as a pig in shit about having 6 wins, honestly.
Jackson, are you going to do what I think you're going to do? Are you going to take an upset?
I don't even know. Because, I mean, I'm still just flipping a coin on this one.
You know what, Jackson?
What's up, Coop? How you doing tonight, good buddy?
What's up, Coop? Jackson, I'll do it for you. Give me North Carolina at home. 27-24 Tar Heels.
I think it's just
I'll do it for you.
I think it's another close win for Virginia. I think it's going to be Virginia 24-21.
Okay. Here we go, Jackson. The most important group of 4/group of 5 game. I know, Hummus, UNC's terrible, but it would not surprise me if Virginia blows this. And it's in Chapel Hill. South Florida, Memphis, Jackson. The winner of this game is more than likely going to get the group of 5 spot in the postseason. Playoffs. I forget postseasons, bowl games to you. Playoffs. UCF is a 4.5-point favorite. Yes, small town. I'm still very much on cloud 9. I've never been happier in my life. Well, I went from the highs to highs, lows to lows, but that's another thing. I'm still very happy with Louisville. And 1-2 says if Memphis wins, the AAC is up for grabs by like 6 teams. And Steve coming in saying that Alex Golesh will be the next head coach of Penn State. Haven't heard that name thrown around.
Honestly.
Okay. Jackson, Memphis is coming off a terrible loss. But South Florida, Jackson, has been playing some really good football. Something's got to give Saturday.
Honestly, give me the Bulls in a
Okay.
28-24 victory over Memphis.
Memphis is coming off a terrible loss to UAB. I think a bit of a look ahead. But South Florida's been playing the best out of the group of 5 teams. Probably them and Tulane. Um, give me South Florida too. 31-28, South Florida in a shootout. Here we go, Jackson. Noon on FS1, Northwestern, Nebraska.
I'm surprised
Nebraska's
it
a
wasn't a
7.
I'm surprised it wasn't a Peacock game, to be honest.
Nebraska's a 7.5 point favorite. And Jackson, I got a gripe. I picked Nebraska last week and they let me down. So this week, Jackson, I don't know if I could trust Nebraska. I mean, Northwestern's been playing some good football. Preston Stone, who transferred from SMU after getting benched, been playing really good for Northwestern. And Northwestern's 3-1 and in the Big Ten title race still. Now, what do you think, Jackson?
Honestly, because Nebraska's looking to rebound, clinch bowl eligibility with this victory, right? They can win this game.
Both.
They're in bowl eligibility, of course. If Nebraska ends the season at 5-7, then you can call Matt Rule a huge disappointment. If Nebraska is at 6-6, 7-5 this season, then you can call them a huge disappointment.
See, Jackson? I mean, everyone in the chat is on my side when it comes to Nebraska, but you still keep sticking up for them, Jackson. What is it? Do you have ties to Nebraska? Why can't you admit that they can't win when it matters, good buddy? Gonna get me on another rant.
Oh God, yeah.
That's why I'm gonna stop. But just answer me that, Jackson. Why
Honestly,
do you keep defending
I think Nebraska with Matt Rule, they're way better than they were with Mike Riley, and they're way better than they were with Scott Frost. Like, I get it, it's like it's not what you wanted, but nobody said Nebraska was going to be getting a natty. I mean, nobody's perfect. Jeez.
Who's your pick for this game, though, Jackson?
I got Nebraska. Big corn love. That's fun.
Yep, Jackson's getting that under the table money.
I'm not that level.
So, okay, so you're picking Nebraska. What's your score?
Nebraska is going to win this in a tight game. They are not going to beat the spread against Northwestern. I think it's going to be Nebraska 28-24.
I'm going to pick Nebraska again. If they lose again, Jackson, I'm going to have a cussing session with them on Saturday.
Go for it.
23-19 Nebraska. Nebraska, I'm picking you one more time. One more time. If you lose this game, there ain't nothing that's going to stop me Saturday from ranting on you again. Rutgers, Purdue, Jackson. Who wins this game?
Oh, God. This is a pitiful one. Rutgers is going to... God, they're both pitiful. I mean, you want to talk about pitiful. I mean...
And Rutgers is a 2.5-point favorite. Even Vegas doesn't know who to pick.
Rutgers will win 25-21.
That's a good point, Hummus. The Big Ten Network loses this game. That's a good point. The Big Ten Network's like, we need a game for this week. I got just the game for you. How about Rutgers, Purdue? And they're like, oh, crap.
God.
Why did we ask? Here we go. Hummus is right. Rutgers and Purdue, the battle to determine who is the absolute gutter bum of the Big Ten. Jackson, give me, I guess, give me Purdue at home. Yes. Purdue 27-20 20, Purdue. We'll
Before
split
we
on
get
this game.
There we go. Before we get to SMU Wake Forest, a DC skater says Nebraska being good would be good for college football ever since they left the Big 12. They seem to have fallen apart. Only 2 good years in the Big 10. I thought they would give Ohio State, Michigan fits. Well, that's the thing, though, is, the Bo Pelini era, they thought, oh, well, we're better than the Pelini era. But then they thought, oh, well, Mike Riley's the opposite. It's going to go great. Yeah, not so. Then they get Scott
Jackson.
Frost. It's pitiful with Scott Frost. And Matt Rule, he's been the best out of all of them. I mean, I get it. That second season is not impressive. But look at the bright side. They ended that long losing streak to Wisconsin last season. And, this season, that win over Cincinnati, the team you're harping over, Austin.
Yep.
Nebraska has that win over them.
This is true. Oh, Jackson, this is a classic throwback from last year. Rutgers versus Purdue, the best the Big Ten has to offer.
Oh, God.
Jackson, if Rutgers Purdue is the best the Big Ten has to offer, Jackson, we're in the wrong sport. We need to go cover another sport.
It's the curse of Frank Solich. They have 40 straight winning years before firing him. Yeah, firing Frank Solich was a bad move after 2003. Like, that was terrible. And then they're like, oh, we're going to do better with Bill Callahan. Yeah, Bill Callahan sucked. He sucked like a donkey. That's the thing.
Noon on the CW. Oh gosh, not the CW. SMU going to Wake Forest, and Wake's 4-2. They're not that bad. And Vegas, Jackson, has SMU as a 3.5-point favorite. So Vegas is even telling you SMU's on upset alert. It is
at Winston-Salem, so it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And it is
and
a
Georgia
trap
Tech
game for them because next week they've got Miami coming to their town.
Yep, and Jackson, Georgia Tech struggled with them as well. It took Robbie Ashford to fumble on the 2-point conversion in overtime for Georgia Tech to escape. Does SMU have the same fate, or does Wake pull off a major upset and shake the ACC on its head?
I mean, Jake Dickert seems to be doing all right in his first year thus far at Wake Forest. But,
I'm thinking about an upset here.
If you want to, go for it, man.
I want to hear your pick first.
I'm going to go with SMU in a 28-17 victory over Wake.
I dislike the Big Ten. Listen, I don't dislike the Big Ten, Steve.
He loves college game day more than anything. So it's like
exactly. If you're gonna fault me for being a homer for something, do it because I love college game. Steve, I will be happy if Indiana wins the national championship. Heck, I didn't mind when Ohio State won. A lot of my family members were ticked off because they don't like Ohio State, but I didn't mind. I was like, good for them. I don't dislike the Big Ten. The Big Ten doesn't bug me. Neither does the SEC. I just like good football. That's all. And when I see a fraud, I like to call it out. That's all. But I'll go SMU 31-27 in a shootout. Jackson, noon on TNT and HBO Max, the Sunfire State Showdown. Kansas State, Kansas, and Lawrence, Kansas. Kansas is a 2.5-point favorite, so basically another pick'em game. Jackson, did the Jayhawks get it done, or does Kansas State find a way to win this rivalry game?
Well, if Kansas wins, and I stated this on Locked On West Virginia tonight, it'd be the first time since 2008 that Kansas has won the Sunflower Showdown against the Kansas State Wildcats. There you go.
I love when Kansas versus Kansas State, the best the Big 12 has to offer. I love that throwback. Anywho, Jackson.
I know, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
Steve.
no, not the Big 12. I mean, College Game Day does that to them already. So,
And he says, I'm keeping receipts. Yes, Steve, keep all the receipts you want, because guess what? I'm getting my receipt book out too, pal. You're not the only one that can keep them receipts and them dollar bills, Steve. Anywho, I think Small Town Republican says the sunflower bloodbath sounds better. Why does it have to be violent? Why can't it be peaceful and harmony and kisses and
well, it's not
hugs?
peaceful when you get beat every year by some Wildcats. So, like the last time Kansas won this rivalry game, Texas, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Missouri, Nebraska, and Colorado were all in the Big 10. I mean, Big 12. Only one of them has returned since.
And
Why
this
did I say
comment right
Big
here,
10?
I thought Kansas State game was going to be a good one before the year started. I did too, but Kansas State got hit with the injury bug. I was so looking forward to this game. Because this is one of those games when the schedule comes out, I always look for it because I enjoy watching these games. It was a good one last year. What do you think, Jackson?
I think Kansas is going to win 28-24.
Give me Kansas State 34-31. Kansas State. I
I'll
think they'll
trust the
find a way to win
Jayhawks
this
one
one.
more time.
We're flipped on this game, so one of us is going to get it right. Okay. Oh, here we go, Jackson. Auburn, Arkansas, 12:45 on
Auburn
the SEC
sucks.
Network. Arkansas is a 2.5-point favorite. Jackson, and there's rumors floating around, Jackson, that if Hugh Freeze doesn't win this game, he is fired. What do you think about that?
Oh man, can I pull out my can I pull out this thing real quick? I'll be. It's gonna be real quick. It's this thing about Hugh Freeze, and this what, yeah, Mr. F boy. That well, I won't say a full thing, but I could say it on the Michigan channel. It's the word that TJ says. Hugh Freeze says he would like to get a public vote of support from Auburn Athletic Director John Cohen.
Oh,
It
boy.
would be huge. And this is what I say.
Oh, boy.
This is what I say. Yes! Agree with Luce on this one. She's like, this is pathetic. I mean, it is pathetic. A grown-ass man has to beg and plead and get down on his freaking knees for a vote of confidence. Somebody should tell Hugh Freeze. It's not the same thing as calling one of your little girl toys, your little hookers on the school payphone. It's not a good thing when an athletic director is giving a vote of competence. It's not a good
cracker,
thing.
Jackson.
Like, what a jackass. Like, what? Like, I mean, he's about a dumbass, isn't he, Austin? That's a yes.
Here's the thing, Jackson.
That side was a yes.
Jackson, I just don't know what to say anymore. I can't trust Arkansas either. Oh heck.
Jackson, like Arkansas, that's another thing too. Like this season, I mean, every game they've played this season, oh my god. You know, they lose to Memphis in a tight one. They lose to Ole Miss in a tight one. They lost last week to Texas A&M in a tight one. They lost to Tennessee in a tight one because Tennessee, I mean, the only reason why they didn't win was because Tennessee got lucky. They got lucky. I mean, I feel like I'm watching 2021 Nebraska with Arkansas in 2025.
Jackson Dave Wentz, he says Auburn versus Arkansas is the best the SEC has to offer. Jackson, your conference is screwed if this is the best game.
I am not watching
Oh
that
my!
piece. I mean, I am not watching that piece of shit game. I can tell you
Listen,
that.
listen. I would rather watch. I would rather watch. I'm saying this right now. If someone gave me a choice, they said you could watch Auburn, Arkansas, or you can watch Bluey. Turn on Bluey immediately.
Right? I mean, Bluey is funny as hell. Arkansas Auburn is terrible this year. They're both a disaster. I mean, Auburn pisses it away against Missouri last week. They get screwed over by the refs in the Georgia game. They blow it against Oklahoma, and they get in their own way again against Texas A&M. Oh God, you should have seen
We
like
got to pick.
oh my God, like
Jackson, we got to pick. We got to pick
oh
a
my God,
winner.
like I had
We
a
can't be dwelling on this
conversation
game.
with the voice of college football, Mark Rogers, like earlier this week.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like we talked about how Auburn would perform in the ACC. And, you know, I can agree that Auburn would probably be a 6-2 team if they were in the ACC, but they would screw that up. Like, I think, but it's like, it was a fun discussion, you know, where it's like, I'm just like, if Auburn played Georgia Tech, I think it would end badly for them. But it's just like,
Jackson.
either one of these teams, they're a disaster. They're hell.
Jackson, just make a pick so we can get the better games. Stop
Ugh.
harping. Save us all. The chat's gonna leave us if we don't hurry up.
No, they're not. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Don't say that.
they might.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Auburn, Arkansas would not be the Big 12 title game. They would be 7-8 win teams if they were in the Big 12. Don't say that. Oh man.
All right, who are you going,
first
Jackson?
on this one? You go first.
Of course you would. Of course you would make me go first. You know
Well,
what,
you like
Jackson?
this game so much. You make a mountain out of a molehill with this one.
Jackson, I'm trying to get rid of it. You're over here yapping about it. I'm trying to get to the next game.
You go with the winner on this one.
Give me Arkansas 17-10.
I'm going to go Auburn 17-14. And yes, Auburn and Arkansas suck. Move on to the next game.
Here we go, Jackson. 3:30 on ABC. Alabama at South Carolina. Bama opens as an 11.5-point favorite, and this is South Carolina homecoming week. And last year, Jackson, this was a pretty intriguing game. It was the Honor Sellers coming out party game last year. Bama's been on a roll as of late. Ever since that FSU loss, which we'll talk about FSU later in the program, Lord have mercy. But Alabama's rolling, Jackson. They're looking good. They're riding high. South Carolina at home's a different animal. But Jackson, it's hard to pick against Bama. They're finally starting to get going. Ryan Williams is looking good again. Jackson, I know you talk about this game with Lucas Hill on your channel, but give the people here a little.
Joined Lucas Hill to talk about this game on the South Carolina channel as well.
But Jackson, for the people who didn't get a chance to catch that, give us a little preview of this game, a little sneaky preview.
You know, that's the thing though. Like the key is the running game, offense and defense. Yeah, the South Carolina defense has not quite had a time being able to stop anybody. They can't do it. And Alabama has not been able to stop the run game. They couldn't do that against they couldn't do that against Bishop last Saturday. You know, when we saw that second touchdown from Alabama, Tennessee. And that made me worry a little bit. Now I'm like, okay, maybe it may not bite us against South Carolina. I mean, it might bite us for a little bit, for sure. But I'm not sure if it's going to bite us. Well, I'm sure it could bite us if we're in the playoffs or in the SEC title game. It could bite us. It could cost us a high seed in the playoff rankings. But I will tell you, the key to victory is the running game, offense and defense. Put a stop to, make sure you put a lot of pressure on Lenoris Sellers, and you're good to go. You make sure you got a good running game with Jam Miller. Make sure he's good enough. Make sure you got Daniel Hill. Make sure you got everyone rocking and rolling on that run game. You're good.
This is interesting, Jackson. From Clint Moses, he said, Bama better win or DeBoer back on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting conversation to have. If Bama loses, Jackson, do you think that would warrant him going back on the hot seat?
If he doesn't make it to the playoffs, you're going to see a lot of fans screaming at the door.
Oh boy, Jackson, hit the siren again. Steve's calling another upset. Oh boy. Jackson's just like, this is my life now.
That's fine.
See, here's the thing, Jackson. Lenore Sellers he's a tall, lengthy quarterback, obviously. He's had some great throws. Very physical runner. Bama's defense is going to have a challenge. And Jackson, Bama against the mobile quarterbacks has struggled. They struggled against Castellanos. They kept Diego somewhat in check. He still had his moments. There's a path where South Carolina can win this football game. But Alabama's offense, I think, is clicking right now. Like you said, Jackson, go on those long, extended 12, 13 play drives, take 5-6 minutes off the clock, get the run game, get Ty Simpson comfy. Jackson, I could see an upset, but being a road game and coming off an emotional win over Tennessee, but I just think Bama's rolling right now, and I think they're gonna cruise to victory in this one. I'm gonna go 38-17 Bama.
Oh damn! I got Alabama winning 35-13. Jeffrey had Bama winning 35-14. And let me look on the summary that I sent over to Matt Zimick. Lucas had Alabama win 31-10. Oh my God.
Yeah.
We all have Alabama win 21 or 20 points or 22. That's so funny. But
yep, 38-7. And Ralph Go Blue says 27-9 Bama. Yeah, Bama should roll in this game. But Jackson, 3:30 on ESPN, Missouri going to Vanderbilt. And Vandy's a 2.5-point favorite. And Jackson, College game day will be in Nashville on Saturday for the first time in over 15 years since 2008. And Jackson is crazy
actually
as this
17
sounds.
years. So it's like,
I said over 15 years, Jackson. It's an abbreviation. Now hush while the adult talks. But anywho.
Yeah, okay, Tom Rinaldi.
Anywho, Jackson. Yeah. Hush while the adult talks. Here's the thing, Jackson. They were talking about this tonight on ESPN on the college football top 25 rankings, the initial show, like not the actual rankings, but previewing next week. And they were talking about the winner of this game, Jackson, might lock in a playoff spot. The winner of this could lock in a playoff spot. But I will say, though, Jackson, Missouri has one of the best running games in the entire country. And I think if their running game, Jackson, gets explosive like we know it can, Vandy might have a hard time containing it. And Bo Perdula's been playing some really good football. But like Ralph says, why isn't Pavia getting more Heisman hype? It's because he's at Vandy. That's why. He's at Vanderbilt. If he was at Ohio State or a Michigan, he would
Oregon.
or Bama. Yeah, he'd
Or
be getting more, but it's
Ori,
because he's at
like University of Ori. Like I love how you're like
Oregon.
Ori.
Oregon. But for this game though, Jackson, I mean, what do you think?
You're right.
Because you played
Missouri's
both
got a
of
hell
them.
of a running game as they are 7th in the nation in rushing yards per game. And they've been good at stopping the run as well. And I'm looking at as well, like with Missouri, the passing game has not been as good. They're 59th in the nation, and we're looking at Vandy, 57th in the nation in passing yards per game. But that's okay because Pavia's been pretty great. He's been great this season. Like the way they stomped a mud hole up Virginia Tech's butt, the way they defeated South Carolina. I mean, they basically exposed a lot of teams this season. And the way that they defeated LSU last Saturday, I mean, it's been huge. I mean, they've only lost the big one against Bama, but I mean, whoever wins this game is looking good for Bama, really. It's like, regardless of the winner, this looks good for Bama. Because, I mean, you have to look back at it. It's like, as a Bama man, two of these teams you beat in your 4-game winning streak against ranked teams, these are 2 teams you beat. College game days in Nashville. Oh yeah, you can smoke a cigar from afar at the beach watching this game, enjoying it. But
I mean, Jackson. I mean, this game here, I'm actually kind of excited. And here's the thing, too, Jackson. A lot of people were upset that game day chose this game. They're like, why are they going to Vandy? Why are they going to Vandy? Another SEC game. Oh, what a shock. And listen. Here's the thing. To me, Vanderbilt's hyped up about this. Like Jackson, like Diego Pavia and the coaching staff, all of them, they're like excited game days coming to their backyard. And which Jackson, they should be. This is your prototypical team, as you like to call it, Jackson, that should be hyped about game day. Now, if this was LSU or Bama, you would be irritated because, as you say,
because
you're
you're blue
LSU.
blood. Like the fans, I can see being excited. Like that's cool, but it's like when you're a team, you're supposed to, act like you've been there.
Hummus says, I don't think either of these teams are very good. Both a bit overrated. Do you want to pick first? Or you want me to pick first, Jackson?
You know what? I'll pick first. I mean, you had to pick first. I made you pick first on Auburn, Arkansas, like I told diphthong. So I'll be a gentleman and pick Missouri Vanderbilt first. I'm gonna go with Vanderbilt in a 35-24 victory over Missouri.
37-33 Vanderbilt in a shootout. I think this is going to be a classic shootout. 3:30 on Fox.
Ooh.
BYU going to Iowa State. Iowa State's 3.5-point favorites. Jackson, Jack Trice Stadium is going to be hyped up for this game because this is a very important football game because Iowa State's Big 12 title hopes are dangerously close to being put to bed. With a loss Saturday, it could be over for the Cyclones. But they're coming off a bye week and they're getting a little more healthier. And BYU's coming off an emotional victory in the Holy War at home. Could Iowa State spoil BYU's perfect season, Jackson?
I believe they can. I've got Iowa State winning this one.
Okay.
I mean, if it was in Provo, Utah, then I would say no. But because it's in Ames, Iowa, yes, I believe they can. Because like they're going to be having Arizona State come to their town next week as well in a rematch and for the Big 12 title. So it's going to be Do I believe Iowa State could finish out the season at 10-2 and possibly get back in the Big 12 title game? Certainly. I do think they need some things to happen, though. But something I always tell you, Austin, don't put yourself in a position where you need somebody to win or lose for you.
Yep. Bingo.
I think Rocco
So what you,
Beck is going to have his modern life with a 28-24 victory over BYU.
Jackson? I'm going to take Iowa State at home too. The fact is, in Jack Trice Stadium, Rocco Beck's the gamer, and when his back's against the wall, he seems to play his best football. 24-20 Iowa State. 3:30 on the Big Ten Network. Illinois, Washington, and Washington's a 4.5-point favorite. And Jackson, listen, I'm excited for this game, but why is it on the Big Ten Network? Why is
I know.
CBS or
That is
NBC?
so, yeah. It's so terrible. Like they didn't. It's just good grief.
Listen,
I think it's
and I know we have our
I think it's because the fact that there's a couple rivalry games for the Big Ten that are a little more important than Illinois Washington, but Illinois Washington does have a important path for being the fourth place team in the Big Ten this year.
Yes. Jackson, Washington at home's a different team. They're a better team. I mean, and Steve said Illinois has the best.
You should never brag about that in your lifetime, ever. You should never brag about your team having the best.
That's Jackson's golden rule, Steve. If you have to brag about a loss, then you know you're in bad shape. Like that's Jackson's golden rule. Never brag about a loss.
It's bad. It's terrible. It's outrageous. Ugh.
But for this game, though, Jackson, like you said, this is important, and this is one of them. Jackson, like you said, the winner of this is going to set themselves up nicely for potentially the fourth Big Ten playoff spot. Maybe 5, depending on what Michigan does. Washington at home is a different animal. Coleman and company, they're due for a bounce back. Illinois, they played 2 really great football teams in Indiana and Ohio State. But Washington, 4.5. So even Vegas is telling you home field advantage for the Huskies. Jackson, give me Washington at home. Washington 23-19. 23-19 Huskies.
Right. Partner, I am right there with you. It's going to be a Washington 35-27 victory.
Okay. 3:30 on CBS. Minnesota, Iowa. Iowa's an 8.5-point favorite. And Jackson, wouldn't you know, you've got two 5-2 teams, and both 3-1 in the Big Ten. It's rivalry week. And like Dave Lindsay says, it's bacon week. Yep. Jackson, this is going to be a very intense physical game. There's going to be no love lost. Both teams with a win are bowl eligible and 4-1 in the Big Ten. Iowa's 8.5-point favorites. Iowa at home in Kinnick. Going to Kinnick's a hard place to play. But Minnesota's coming off a major win at home against Nebraska under the lights. Iowa beat Penn State in a tight one. Now, I know Penn State's not Penn State that we know and love, but still, that's a great win because it is Penn State and who they beat. Jackson, I'll let you pick first. Who takes home the trophy?
I think, and I'm sorry to say this, Dave, I believe Iowa gets it done in a 24-10 fashion in the 2025 edition of the Florida Rosedale.
I don't like doing it either. Give me Iowa 20-18. 20-18, Iowa wins in a defensive battle. 3:30. Oh gosh, on the CW, Toledo, Washington State, and Pullman. The Cougars are a 1.5 favorite. Jackson, who's your pick for this game?
Oh, for Toledo, Washington State, I'm going Washington
Yep.
State in a 28-24 victory.
I'll go 31-23. Washington State at home. 3:30 on the AC Network. Jackson, NC State, Pittsburgh. Pitt's a 6.5-point favorite. Does NC State, do they somehow go to Pitt and avoid their dreams dying, or does Pitt get a one?
Pitt's gonna get one. They're gonna smoke North Carolina State like a chimney. And I think we need to be having the conversation of Dave Doreen on a hot seat now.
Jackson, NC State fans don't think so.
But it's time. It is time, as Rafiki would say. Pittsburgh is going to win 28-13 over North Carolina State.
31-20, 31-21. Pitt. Jackson, a sneaky good game in the Mountain West at 3:30 on FS1. San Diego State going to Fresno. San Diego State is 3.5-point favorites. What do you think, Jackson? San Diego State's not a bad team. We were just talking about them earlier when we were talking about
No, they aren't. No, they aren't.
But Fresno, Jackson, at home wins these games. What do you
Can you
think?
believe that's going to be a Pac-12 conference game next year? Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. Don't even bring that up, Jackson.
Oh, man.
I'll pick first on this one. Give me Fresno 24-17.
Fresno is going to win 31-28.
Southern Miss, okay. Navy. Now we're getting into the piece of crap games. Here we go, Jackson. Oklahoma State,
God,
Texas Tech, 4 p.m. on ESPN.
Texas Tech wins.
Hold on. Texas Tech's a 38.5-point favorite. We're both picking Tech to win, but do they cover the spread?
Texas Tech's going to cover the spread, but also beat Oklahoma State 48-7.
I'll go 52-7. 52-17. 4 p.m. Jackson, ESPN2. Baylor going to Cincinnati and Nipper. Cincinnati's a 4.5-point favorite. Scott Satterfield, Jackson, Cincinnati, looking good. Jackson, are you ready to admit you were wrong about Mr. Satterfield?
One good year does not make you a great coach. Just know that.
I didn't say great coach, Jackson. I didn't say great coach, but are you ready to admit
You're insinuating that he is. You're insinuating that he is.
Jackson, he's a very good football head coach.
Well, I got to see how he can do against really good teams that aren't ravaged by injuries.
Jackson, is Dave Aranda, is this a must-win game for him?
He better win this one if he wants to make sure he's keeping out of the hot seat.
So, Jackson, who are you picking?
I got to go Cincinnati on this one. 31-21.
35-24 Cincinnati. Here we go, Jackson. 4:15 on the SEC Network. Texas going to Mississippi State. Texas 7.5-point favorites. Jackson, do the Cowbells upset Texas, or does Arch and Texas keep it rolling?
Honestly, I think Texas is going to keep it rolling, and they're going to win 28-13 against Mississippi State.
I'll go 24. No, I'll go 24-16 Texas. 6 p.m. on ESPN Plus, Jackson. TCU going to Old Country Road, West Virginia. TCU's 15.5-point favorite. Jackson, does TCU avoid the upset?
I want West Virginia to win this one, but it's not happening. TCU is going to win this one 35-17.
I'll go 30 to 20. I'll go 30-20 TCU. Wisconsin, Oregon, Jackson, 7 p.m. on FS1, 33.5 Jackson. We're both picking Oregon. Does Oregon cover the spread Saturday?
Yeah. Well, no. No. Because Oregon's going to win 35-7.
I'll go 42-24 Oregon. 7 p.m. on ESPN, Jackson. Stanford going to Miami. Miami's 29.5-point favorites. Jackson, is there any upset coming, or
No,
is Miami going to win this?
No, Miami's going to beat the fuck out of Stanford. That's what's going to happen. Miami wins 42-10.
I'll go 38-17 Miami. Here we go, Jackson. The big games of the weekend. Now we're into the meat and potatoes. 7:30 on ABC. Texas A&M, LSU, and Baton Rouge. A&M's a 2.5-point favorite. And Jackson, this is a must-win for LSU if they want to keep their postseason hopes intact and keep an SEC title dream alive. And they got Bama in 2 weeks.
I hope A&M wins this one, but I'm just not seeing it. I am not seeing, because they've not beaten LSU Baton Rouge since 1994.
See, that's the thing, Jackson. That's the thing. A lot of people are picking A&M to win, but a lot of people forget Texas A&M, when they go to Baton Rouge, struggle. And Texas A&M has shown vulnerability. They were in a ball game at home against Mississippi State a couple weeks back. Here's the thing, Jackson, and that LSU offense, they got to get going. They got to. The defense is playing phenomenal. Last week they didn't look too phenomenal, but for the season they've been playing phenomenal. The thing that scares me, Jackson, is Marcellus Reed's a mobile quarterback. I think that could hurt LSU in this game. But if LSU's defense is healthy and Will Weeks is back, that definitely shores that up. But that LSU offense, Jackson, it's got to come alive. It's got to, if they want any chance. The O-line. What do you think, Jackson? Where are you leaning on this game? Not a prediction, but what do you think could happen?
Well, this could be a toss-up. Because like Texas A&M has been known to get in some tight spots this season. And LSU, they have to win this game or their season is over for them. So they really have to get things going.
Jackson, I'm going to pick LSU. At home, at night, Death Valley. Give me LSU in a 26-20 LSU victory.
I reluctantly have to go with LSU. It's a 24-21 victory over A&M. But I will be pulled for A&M in this one.
I don't care if A&M has Marcellus Wallace playing quarterback. They ain't winning in Baton Rouge. See, not a lot of people realize that, though. A lot of people are picking A&M to win this game because of LSU struggles, but we're both picking LSU. Jackson, I'm nervous for this game Saturday. 7:30 on the ACC network. BC coming here to the Ville. Louisville's a 25.5-point favorite. Oh gosh. Jackson, talk me off the ledge here. Please tell me we're not going to blow it again, like we always do. See, here's the thing. I love my team, but Jeff Brom, after a major win, he's done it at Purdue, he did it at WKU, and now he's doing it here in Louisville. He always blows it next week. Jackson, please tell me we're not going to blow it to BC, please. Oh, no. Please don't tell me you're going to pick Boston College. Oh, no.
Louisville will not beat the spread on this one. They'll win it for once in their lives.
Oh, Jackson, you're not giving me much confidence.
I got Louisville winning 35-10. They missed the spread by half a point.
Oh, I'm so nervous for this game, Jackson. It's not even funny. Oh.
Oh man, oh man, Thomas here and I are having fun with some Pulp Fiction. Like that movie's a classic. English mother
27 Jackson 27-24 Louisville. Please. Oh, please don't let us blow it. Oh, if I have to come back Saturday night and defend us, I'm gonna get mad. 7:30 on NBC. Michigan.
There we go.
Michigan.
Yes.
Michigan at Michigan State in East Lansing. 14.5-point favorites is the Wolverine. Jackson, this is rivalry week for Michigan State. This is a big game because Michigan State needs this win if they want a shot at bowl eligibility still. Jackson, but Michigan on the road is a completely different team than they are at home. Bryce Underwood has struggled on the road this year. We've seen it. He struggled against USC. He struggled against Oklahoma. Now in this hostile rivalry game, Jackson, I'm kind of nervous for Michigan. Michigan State can win this football game. This isn't cut and clear as we think it is. But Jackson, Michigan's
this one.
Hold on, Jack. Hold on. I'm sitting here giving analysis here. Jackson, you're fired. Listen here. Yep. Had to fire Jackson for his attitude tonight. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I had to fire Jackson. He had to be fired.
Yeah, well, I'm back, bitches.
And he's fired again.
Oh, I'm back.
He's fired. Anywho, Aiden Childs could give the Michigan defense some trouble. But I think, Jackson, Michigan State's been in a slump. They've lost 4 in a row. They're going to get this right eventually.
Well, they ride the coattails of Ohio State to hate on Michigan a lot.
Well, at least they have basketball, Jackson. At least Michigan State can say they're better at basketball.
Yeah. Michigan
State. I don't think Michigan covers the spread, but I think Michigan wins it eager. 22-17 Michigan.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's gonna be it's gonna be a dominant victory over Michigan State, and Michigan is gonna win 28.
This is a rivalry game.
Yeah, I know.
Jackson, this is a rivalry.
Yeah, I heard you. Michigan's gonna win 28-10. What do you think, Ralph? What do you think, Ralph?
I said 22-17 Michigan. Jackson, if Michigan is in a close one, you know I'm going to text you and say, book me a flight to Vegas.
Oh, you know.
See, Jackson? Jackson, when are you going to learn? I'm the master of picking these things here. You're going to learn this eventually. Listen, Jackson always goes overboard, and I have to be the one to reel him back in. Jackson, this is a rivalry game.
Come on.
Steve says 100-3 over the Cheaters. You know what, Steve? I would love to see that just to see what. Okay, Ralph's kind of in the middle of us.
Love it.
Ralph's kind of in the middle of us. He's not over there like you are, but he's not like me either. He's kind of in the middle of us.
Ralph's a smart man.
Okay, here we go, Jackson. Tennessee, Kentucky, 7:45 on SEC Network in Lexington. Tennessee's a 9.5-point favorite. Jackson, does Mark Stoops have an upset inning, or does Tennessee win and cover?
Oh, Tennessee is gonna somehow like try not to piss it away, but then they like win a close one against Kentucky. I mean,
What's your score?
Tennessee, the most irritating team in college football this year. I swear, man.
What's your score?
Tennessee is going to win 27-24.
I'm going to go 28. I'm going to go 28-13 Tennessee.
I hope the Wildcats embarrass the Vols, honestly. I hope they do.
Here we go, Jackson. 8 p.m. on ESPN2. Houston going to Tempe, Arizona. Arizona State in the desert, Jackson. The Sun Devils are 7.5-point favorites. 8 p.m. Jackson. And last week I called a Sun Devils win over Texas Tech. And Jackson, it's going to happen again in Tempe. At night, things get wild in the desert. Sam Leavitt, Jordan Tyson they're a completely different team when Leavitt's there. I know Willie Fritz is getting Houston turned around, and he's got them going bowling 6-1, 3-1. A lot of people think they could be a dark horse in the Big 12. But now that Arizona State's healthy on offense, give me the Sun Devils. 31-24.
Yeah, I think Arizona State's going to win this one in a 28-21 matchup against Houston.
10:15 on ESPN Jackson, Colorado, Utah. Utah's a 13.5-point favorite. Jackson, does Utah cover the spread, or does Coach
they're going to
Prime
beat the hell out of Colorado? They're going to win 31-10 over Colorado is what's going to happen on Big 12 After Dark. This isn't pitiful Florida State we're talking here. You've been quiet about your guy Prime Time, good buddy. You've been quiet about him. I've noticed.
What do you want me to say, Jackson? He hasn't been performing.
Oh, so you only like him when he's winning, but not when he's losing? Oh, that's just wrong. That's just wrong.
Here's the thing, Jackson. What am I supposed to say? Like, I had nothing to defend. I love Coach Prime. I will back Coach Prime up as long as I will not. Jackson, you're getting close to slander. Listen here. Listen, if you start slandering Dion, I'm going to have to speak up. Listen, he's having a bad year. Year, Jackson. Like, Jackson, he's going through a lot in his life. Give him a break.
I'm just messing with you. It's all out of love, of course.
I'll go 30-16 Utah. But that was week 9.
That was it? Wow. Good grief. It's like everybody's got a bye week. Jeez.
Yep. A lot of people have a bye week this week. Yeah, unfortunately, Steve. Yeah.
I hope he's okay.
It's one of them, Jackson. I wish him nothing but health and awesomeness, but it's just like, poor Coach Prime.
You're recovering from, you're talking about blood clots and stuff like that. It's not good. And
well, Jackson, I want to say this too.
I hope he's all right. We're praying for him.
But, Jackson, we got a couple of news things to clean up on our end before we head out for the night. Jackson, on Friday night, we have a World Series hanging in the balance.
Yeah.
I know this is a college football show, but
yeah.
For our World Series for our baseball World Series people out there, we're going to talk about this just for a few minutes, like 2-3 minutes. Jackson, the Blue Jays and Dodgers will kick off Friday night. Winner takes home the World Series. Jackson, who are you picking to win the series?
I reluctantly have to go with the Dodgers.
I'm going Dodgers I'm going to go Dodgers in 6, unfortunately.
Yeah, same right there with you. But I'm
I'll be
pulling for
rooting
the
for
Blue Jays to end that drought that has been dating back to
Yes.
1993.
Yes.
It's just too bad
And
Sean McDonough is not calling this equivalent of the World Series like he did with the 93 World Series, where Joe Carter was hitting a game-winning home run in Game 6 of the 93 World Series off Mitch Williams.
And Steve says the Dodgers had the best all-around player in MLB history.
Mookie
You know,
Betts, yeah,
it's
they
hard to
did.
argue.
And
It's hard
Shohei
to,
Ohtani. Yep, no doubt.
yeah, it's hard to argue. I mean, Jackson, I'm rooting for the Blue Jays as well, because I have a buddy of mine who's been a Blue Jays fan since 1990. He's been a Blue
Man,
Jays
he
fan
got
almost
the
all
Blue Jays winning the World Series in 1992 and
93.
1993. That's awesome, man.
Yep. He became a Blue Jays fan in 1990. He's been a fan ever since. At least should be a good series, and Ohtani is Babe Ruth. Yep. I mean, here's the thing.
I'm glad they embarrassed. On the bright side, I'm glad the Blue Jays embarrassed the hell out of the Yankees in the postseason.
Jackson, here's the thing, Jackson. Let me ask you something. If Ohtani wins another World Series and goes back to back, will we be talking about him as one of the greatest players to ever live in baseball history?
I think we should. I think we already should be, honestly.
Well, because here's the thing, Jackson. And Ralph Wolf says, or Ralph Go Blue says we already do. Another World Series would help submit that, of course. Jackson, I want to see Vladimir Guerrero Jr. get one for his dad, because his dad never got one, he was talking about that the other night. I'm like, that's so sad. I'm like, I've been an Indians and Guardians fan my whole life.
There was one.
With you,
Steve, you know where I'm going to go with the Guardians. Like, my favorite moment has been Brian Rizzochio hitting that game-leading home run in Game 2 of the AL wild card against the Tigers, because Sean McDonough got all excited over him, where he went all, Brian Rizzochio for the lead. Like, it was awesome.
I'll say this, Jackson, and Hummus says he's already one of the greatest ever. Okay,
100%.
well. And Skate Rat says, I think the Dodgers win in 5 or 6. I think Dodgers fans want to take it home. Remember to tell a Blue Jay that you are their buddy guy.
Oh, man. I'm not your guy, but I'm not your guy, plan. Like, oh, man. That is a classic right there. The Canada on Strike episode. That is
Here's the thing.
South Park,
Jackson,
man.
you're a Braves fan.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'll be upfront with everyone. I don't really have a baseball team. I'll root for the Braves for Jackson. I'll root for the Blue Jays for my friend. I'll root for the Tigers for my other friend at work. Like, I root for whoever team is still in it that I'm friends with. Like, I don't really have a baseball team.
And what are you gonna do if the Blue Jays and Braves are in a World Series? In your lifetime?
Gosh.
Oh man, now I'm gonna mess with you about that one.
Oh no. I won't know who to root for.
I love having fun. This is why I have fun doing the pits analysis pile was with all, because I get to really.
I'll be like, do I root God, do I root for the Braves for Jackson? Do I root for the Blue Jays for good buddy over here?
He's gonna be crying himself to sleep over it, man. Like trying to figure out who to pick. He's like, no. It's like, but you gotta pick one, buddy. Gotta pick one.
Jesus Christ. Oh, and we forgot to mention this too, Jackson. How could we forget this? Billy Napier was fired. We didn't even talk about that. So let's talk about that real fast, Jackson.
Billy Napier.
Napier. Okay, Bill.
How's this for
How's this for size?
South Park memes would be off the chart. Yes. That's if the Rockies can ever have a good baseball team, though. The Rockies always, they're a joke, really. It's like they're kind of like, why the hell did we create this team again?
I mean, Jackson, Rockies have a couple good players. Their team's just all around.
You gotta trade all of them. You gotta trade your good players to get draft picks. You gotta get that good farm system going. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, here's the thing too, Jackson. It's funny, like you said though, if there ever comes a day where the Braves and Blue Jays meet in the World Series, that would be something. But I will say this though, Jackson. As much fun as it is to talk about the World Series, though, Jackson, the NBA was back tonight as well, which the Thunder won tonight. Okay. Right back. Austin, is there any possible way Jeff Brom leaves his alma mater for someone else like Florida or FSU? I wouldn't say there's no shot. I would say there's a 5 to 10% chance.
Shit, if I'm Jeff Brom, I say make Florida's and Florida State's pockets hurt, is what I say.
Here's the thing, though, Jackson. He's always wanted the. Here's the thing, Jackson. He's always wanted the Louisville job, though. That's the thing, because he said multiple times in many different interviews, he always ever wanted to do was coach at Louisville. So if the job comes open, they would really have to offer him some money, because I don't think he wants to leave Louisville. I mean, Jackson, because originally we were going to offer him the job, but then our AD stepped in and said, hey, we want you to coach here. We want you to be our head coach, but you need to go prove yourself. Kind of like what someone said with Marcus Freeman, Jackson, or like they said with some of these other coaches. You need to go prove yourself, and then you can come back. On the NFL, no. How about my Colts? JT could win MVP. Listen here, Daniel Jones, Jackson. Talk about what a year makes. Daniel Jones, Jackson. I don't want to say this, but the Colts might go to the Super Bowl. I don't want to jinx them. They might go to the Super Bowl. Jackson, they're playing some great football right now. Michael Pittman Jr., Josh Downs, A.D. Mitchell, Jonathan Taylor, that O-line. Daniel Jones is looking like an MVP. Jackson, I'm liking me some Indy now.
You're letting yourself get hyped up over nothing on that, because I feel like the Chiefs are probably going to win it once again.
Yes, and Steve said Daniel Jones got out of Gotham City and became the MVP. Exactly. I mean, well, Jackson, what's your famous saying about the Giants? Go for it.
Oh, the Giants are hell. I mean, they piss away that 19. They piss away that huge lead they had over the Broncos on Sunday. Like, Jesus God. You let the Broncos score 33 points on you in one quarter? Like, what the hell was that? That was, yeah, you're going, what the hell's with that staff? You lead 19-0 in the fourth quarter, and you lose 33-32? Your whole defensive staff should be thrown out of the building for that. That's just dumb. That's dumb.
Jackson's just like, I don't got any. It was children's hour. And Thomas said the Giants saw Jones's mid and forgot they won 2 Super Bowls with a mid quarterback. Oh no,
I'm
Thomas.
just
Oh
gonna be
boy.
honest about the
Good thing
AFC. You know, it's like the Bills, they're never gonna get to Super Bowl. It's just not happening. Patriots, I have to see more on how they're doing the rest of the year. Nobody from the AFC South is getting in, honestly. I mean, the Steelers just play up and down their opponents. The Ravens, I mean, they're just ravaged
they're
by
a done heap.
injuries. I mean, the Browns are shit like always. The Bengals, they just have to go ahead and fire their head coach at this point. Get a coach that will get Joe Burrow a Super Bowl at this point. For me, it basically comes
Jackson.
down to Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs. I mean, Chiefs will win the AFC West once again, but
I mean, here's the thing, Jackson. You want to talk about chasing history. I know we don't talk about this much, but Mahomes, he's already won 3 Super Bowls, Jackson. And if he continues at the pace he's going, he might
he
catch
will.
Brady. He might tie Brady. I won't say he will pass him. He might tie Brady.
I think
Because he's got 3 now.
Mm-hmm. I think he could
got
do
3.
that. Yeah, it's realistic for him.
He wins this year, it'll be 4, which will be right there with him. I mean, then you can really have a conversation. But I will say this, though, Jackson. Dark horse, I kind of hope the Lions win the Super Bowl. I want to see them have something nice. I like Dan Campbell. He's one of my favorites. Or it'd be nice to see Baker win a Super Bowl. I would say see your Titans, Jackson, in the Super Bowl, but they're a done heap.
Oh,
Jackson,
man.
what's going on with you? What's going on with your team, by the way?
Well, Titans
real fast.
suck. I mean, Titans suck this year. I mean,
Jackson,
I've thrown in the towel before the season started on 2025. I mean, the only win is against the Cardinals, but that's because the Cardinals are a damn retirement home in the NFL.
Jackson, is Cam Ward a bust?
No, it's his rookie year. You gotta stop basing things off one game. Actually, no, I'm a Titans fan, but I do pull for the Jets from time to time because of when Joe Namath played there, but also that rolling helmet that I have in the background. My dad got me that for Christmas a few years ago.
Okay.
Because because that's something that kind of adds to the room.
Listen here, Troy. With all due respect, Troy, he says the Bears are going to win it all. Listen here, Troy. Listen, I get it. You're an Ohio State fan and you win. But as a Bears fan, you cannot have that much confidence. Kind of like me as a Cowboys fan. I mean, I'm actually wearing a Cowboys shirt now. Sundays are for the boys. Like Troy, me and you both know the Cowboys and Bears aren't going to win anything. We're just going to get our hopes up. And then Jackson's going to have to tell us that Jerry Jones is incompetent. Well, he's going to have to tell me that, not you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Austin gets hyped up all the time. Let me see if I'm pointing. Yeah, I'm pointing in the right direction on YouTube. Okay. I mean, even though I'm not pointing on the right direction on streamer, I'm pointing on the right direction on YouTube. So it's yeah. Yeah. I got the person against the Browns. I don't like that owner, honestly. I hate I don't hate. Okay. I gotta start with free. I dislike a majority of the NFL owners. They're so stupid on how they run a team, obviously. And they've not even bothered to fight Roger Goodell on the rule of ties in the world of the NFL. And nobody gets pissed off about it. And when they
Jackson,
get pissed off, it's only when their team is affected by it. That's it. Like,
Jackson,
it's 2025,
and
not
Jackson can tell
1975.
so Jackson can tell you this real fast. So when the Packers and Cowboys tied, I remember Jackson was more ticked off than I was because Jackson's like, "This is stupid. They need to get rid of ties." And I literally was just like, I don't know whether to be happy or upset that we tied the Packers. I literally was not angry. I was not happy. I was kind of neutral. I was like, okay, we tied. And
You
Jackson,
sh-
you know
Go
why I
ahead.
didn't do that, right? Because Roger Goodell said it's for player and safety health,
He is so
Jackson.
full of shit with that statement. He is so full of shit because if it was true, then he wouldn't be, thinking about 18 game seasons. He wouldn't have moved the needle from 16 to 17 games. So Roger Goodell is so full of massive shit when he says, "Oh, it's for player health safety." Like, shut up, Roger Goodell.
Yes, Jackson. I'm going to say something controversial, and I know we got a bunch of Ohio State contingents in here, but Jackson Smith and Jigba, like he said, is all of a sudden turned into a monster. Listen, if Jackson Smith and Jigba wins the Super Bowl with the Seahawks, he might be considered the best Ohio State receiver out of his group that he was with. I mean,
Honestly,
Jackson.
I hope you're right, but I just don't ever see the Seahawks getting another Super Bowl for the next decade or so.
Like, listen, Jackson, Sam Darnold's revitalized his career in Seattle. So anything's possible. And Skate Rat says ties need to go. Somebody got to win and somebody's got to lose. I mean, here's the thing. Could you all imagine if there was ties in college
Standing ovation.
football?
Standing ovation for that statement.
And then he asked, "Do you think Ohio State can repeat?" I'm finding a hard time thinking of. Listen, it's hard to repeat. Georgia did it, but I'm not. And I know Steve's still here, so Steve, do not take my words out of context here. It's hard to repeat. Georgia might have been a once and once only for instance, but Ohio State does have the talent on defense to do it. Ohio State can repeat. Will they? I don't know. Go ahead, Jackson.
DC Scare says that rotating helmet is still sick as F. That shit goes hard. Maybe I should ask my girlfriend get me one for the Colts for Christmas. You should definitely get one, man. Like, I'm telling you, like, you'll love it, man. Like the rotating helmets, like I love that stuff. Like rotating helmet. Like, it's great for the room, man. Like, no doubt. But this is gonna be
Yes.
the last question we'll go with is from Ralph Wolf. Who's the best Ohio State receiver in the NFL? Wilson, Jigba, Smith,
Harrison,
but Harrison,
Olave.
Olaf, Amika, McLaurin. For me, I'm gonna go with McLaurin from the Commanders.
That's a hard one because they all bring something different to the table and they're all good at something different. And Jackson Smith and Jigba has been making the bets, but Chris Olave with the Saints he's yes, and Garrett Wilson too. Yeah, Garrett Wilson as well. I mean, Ohio State's wide receiver I think it's between them and LSU because you got Chase, you got Jefferson, you got Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors. I think Ohio State and LSU are wide receiver Now, we could argue days and days for that. Listen, Jackson, I know your face is saying
No. It's not
Bama.
even stuff you're saying. It was like some weird ass post that's making me think I should probably stay away from Ets for the night.
Yes. And Ralph Wolf says, I know you said Bama's in on that talk too. Yes. Like Bama, LSU, Ohio State. I'm trying to see, is there any other teams that we're missing for wide receiver
DC
Miami.
Skater has one.
Yep. USC. Yep, because you got Pittman Jr., Amara St. Brown currently. Trying to see who else. I mean, yeah. But yeah, like Steve said, because I want to highlight this, he said, I would say Wilson's most talented, but the JSN is most complete. And this might be controversial, but yep, and Jordan Addison, yes, thank you as well, Hummus. And Ohio State fans, last thing, because I know Jackson over there is getting annoyed.
I'm okay.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, they compared him to Devontae Adams last night. Which, do you all agree with that? Is Jackson Smith and Jigba, is that comparable, him to Devontae Adams? Because of the way of his get off, his way of ability to run routes. What do y'all think? Is that a fair comparison, or is it still too early?
A little early for now.
The Steelers. Steve says not yet. Okay. I was kind of like, that's a good. They never take a receiver. They never do. They go O-lineman.
Welcome to what it was like for the Packers.
Yeah, Jackson, the Packers and Steelers never take receivers. You literally have to beg them. Like Aaron Rodgers literally was like, please take a receiver, Green Bay. Please, please. And they never did. They were like, oh, we'll get Jordan Love. We're going to get your replacement.
Man,
no wonder
like,
why.
My favorite Aaron Rodgers moment of all time is like when he was the guest host of Jeopardy. Like, and when he was a contestant on there, like that was fun. I mean, like, especially that first day where he was the guest host, because, yeah, it was like Final Jeopardy. One of the guys said, I forget what the category was, but the first guy said, who wanted to kick that field goal? Like, that was the funniest thing ever, man.
Are you going to have to start an NFL show?
You tempt me, Steve, and you tempt Austin very much. We'll definitely have to figure something out. I mean,
listen here. I tell you what. Here's what we'll do. If you all would like us to do an NFL show, we will do it just for you. I tell you what. We'll do an NFL show for you all. If you all want it that much, me and Jackson will do one for you. And we'll make it all about the Cowboys and Titans. Do an NFL show.
Well, I do get NFL guests for the Jacksonian, but I mean,
yes.
I mean, it's like
on board for
NFL. Yeah, I mean, if you ever got like guest suggestions, let me know. But also, if you got guest suggestions for Austin, let Austin know.
Yes, like we're both an open book. If there's any guests y'all like us to get, if there's an Ohio State person, LSU person, an MVP award show, okay, well, Jackson, I'm going to give my MVP to Dak Prescott. I know that's homerish for me, but I'm going to do it anyway. And we'll give the MVP Jackson to Cam Ward for your Titans. That way, we won't get people get mad at us. If Bama and Louisville play each other in the playoffs, you all have to do a live show. Oh, you want us to do like a play-by-play with one another? You know what, Jackson?
You know, might, you know, because that's if that does happen, I think I know.
You know what?
Somebody right next to me, I think, would probably be on Crimson Tide Live with me and Jeffrey for that week. But also, I think I could get another Louisville guy to come on with them as well.
Yes.
And this I could guarantee.
Segue. Yes, this is a great segue. Alabama, the voice of college football, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. No rain, no sleet, no snow. In Alabama, tornadoes, hurricanes, even fire. They will still deliver you some great content, and they will lose sleep over it if they don't. But Jackson, let the people know what you've had going on this week on the Alabama Crimson Tide channel.
Jeffrey and myself were joined by Lucas Hill on this week's edition of Crimson Tide Live as we had South Carolina week for Monday night. And tonight, Crimson Coverage founder Brody Smoot joined me to discuss who is the most likely Florida 2026 commit to flip to Alabama. We discussed our recruiting updates, which included Elijah Haven from the 2027 class. We also talked a lot about Bart Rogers ranking us 4th in his top 25. That actually makes sense. And in the AP poll and the coaches poll, ranking the Alabama Crimson Tide 4th in the nation. And it's all right there on the 33rd edition of Alabama Primetime Live. And
Yep,
you could
prime
also,
time.
there you go. And for more updates on what I've got going on Alabama with the Voice of College Football, the Jacksonian, and by the way, you will see an old friend that was on Alabama with the Voice of College Football joining me for a Jacksonian episode for episode 84. And I've got more guests as well. Plan for next Tuesday and next Wednesdays we'll be filming. And now 285 subs away from the magic number, 1,000 subs. Thanks to all of you guys. Thank you for helping me get there. Thank you for helping me get closer there. Love to get to 1,000 subs before we get to, the month of December to December 1st, and love to get to 3,000 watch hours before, we get to December 1st. That would be awesome. And for more updates, what I've got going on, Alabama with the Voice of College Football, the Jacksonian, and my appearances on Lockdown West Virginia Mountaineer Paul on Jackson's World of College Football with the Mountaineers, with Mountaineer Paul, as I'll be cracking open a dew with him once, twice, 3 times a week with him. And of course, you can also check out my phone calls on the Paul Feinbaum Show, where the weekends are full of surprises, once, twice a week, only on X/Twitter on JacksonVOCFB, and on Instagram, face Jackson Johnson 54390. And you can also check me out on Jackson Johnson Blue Sky 97 Social on Blue Sky, where some say the skies are blue, the skies are gray, the skies are overcast, and I say to each their own. All right there. You can follow me on each of these platforms all right here in Austin. What have you got going on Sports Talk with Austin?
Yes, exactly. And this week, of course, got tonight's show with Jackson, Encyclopedia Jackson. Of course, you can follow me on my YouTube as well. I'll be uploading shorts here shortly from our show for people who like shorts and want to watch just the shorts of predictions and everything. Got that going as well. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter /X. Denver Nuggets basketball is back Thursday night. I'll be tuned in for that, of course. And of course, Louisville and everything else in between. I tweet a lot about professional wrestling. So if you're a big wrestling person like me, you'll like my Twitter page, or X, whatever you like to call it, and so much more. And Jackson, we've got a lot of great things coming up. I'm halfway to 100. Thank you to each and every one of you that subscribed so far, and the ones that will. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. But with that being said, though, Jackson, like, comment, subscribe. Everyone click on the notification bells, and we will see you at regularly scheduled times Saturday night after the last big game goes final, which would be, in this case, Houston and Arizona State. After Houston, Arizona State goes final, we'll be live. We'll be right here, as always, on a Saturday night. But till then, Jackson, you know what you need to do. Jackson, you need to hit Steve's music.